Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma in my ducky pajamas today with my cute little lamb. Today is day 5 of our Supersize Business Challenge. And today it's a topic that I've actually talked about before, and I talk about it pretty often. And I talk about it with every business owner and every company I work with. It's that important. And of course, there's a lot of things I talk about with every company, but I've done 30-day challenges before, and in every challenge, no matter what the subject or the topic, today we're talking about supersizing your business, right? And that's what the purpose of this 30-day challenge is. But I've done challenges in the past about stress, and this same topic comes up in any aspect of our life whenever we're dealing with challenges, frustrations, stress, or anything, because it's that important. And the topic is, if you read the title, it's the question why. One of the most powerful questions, but also one of the trickiest questions that we can ask ourselves is why. Because if we're asking ourselves, why do I want to do something? Why do I want to achieve something? Why do I want to go somewhere? Why do I want to get something? Why do I want to create something? Why is a very, very powerful question. It will motivate us and cause us to, or help us to overcome challenges and do what we need to do every time to achieve whatever it is that thing that we want is. When we want to supersize our business, by asking ourselves, well, why the heck do I want to do that? Why do I want to supersize my business? Why do I want to grow my business? When I ask myself why, and I really tap into why I want to do that, that will motivate me to achieving that goal. But if I ask myself why questions about things that happened in the past, for example, that's a very disempowering question. If I ask myself, why does someone else do something? What's their motive? Or try to understand that? That's kind of a disempowering question too, because the truth is we will never fully understand why other human beings do things, right? We might assume, we might judge, we might guess that unless we're inside their head or they tell us with 100% certainty why they think they did something, and they might not even know why they did something. Heck, half the time we don't even know why we do something, right? Or why we say something or why we make a certain choice until after the fact and we're dealing with the consequences of it. So in previous challenges, I've always had people ask themselves a series of why questions. Because you can ask yourself, why do I want to supersize my business? And usually one of the first answers is, I want to make money. I want to be able to support my family. But then when we dig deeper, we usually get to a different why. Well, why do I want to have money? Why do I want to support my family? Well, because then I'm a good mother or a good father or a good provider or a good leader or whatever that reason is. Well, why do I want to be a good mother or a good father or a good leader or a good example for the rest of the people in the world by creating a successful supersized business? When I ask another level of why, I start to get to the real reasons and the core values that are important to me, that are driving my why, that are driving me to achieve a supersized business. And if I keep asking myself a series of 5 or more, sometimes it takes more depending on what I'm working on or thinking about, whys to get me down to what is the emotional reason? What is the driver on a gut level, emotional level? That's the real reason behind what I'm doing. And one of the levels will be, well, I want to do it because I want to escape pain for the vast majority of us, or to gain pleasure in some way, shape, or form. We do way more as human beings to escape pain than we do to gain pleasure. The minority of people, and it's usually entrepreneurs and business owners, interestingly enough, 3% of the population is actually driven by pleasure, gaining pleasure. Everybody else, 97% of the population, hint, hint, probably most of the people you're working with, most people that you'll affect with your business, most of the people that will be your customers and clients, 97% of them are driven by pain more than pleasure. They will do way more to avoid pain than to ever gain pleasure. I find that really interesting, and there have been studies and studies done about that have shown the difference between pain and pleasure seekers. And I don't mean pleasure seekers for, physical things. I mean for the feeling, the deep-rooted feeling of pleasure inside of you. It's like happiness and joy. Now, the secret is all of our feelings are from inside of us, right? We think things outside of us affect us and impact us, but they only do to the extent that we let them or that we allow them to. So 5 whys. I have found every time I do this exercise, when I go all the way down to it, I always end up at love. I want love. It's all about love for me. So it's giving love and receiving love is the most important thing to me. The feeling of love is the most important why that drives everything that I do, including supersizing my business. Even when I think about, well, I want to make the world a better place. I want to make an impact. Well, why do I want to make an impact and make the world a better place? Because I want to be loved, right? So I don't know what it is for you. It might actually be some kind of a financial driver, because security is your number one drive and need right now. And I will say, I think that over time, the things that were important to me and the when I dug down to the whys and the emotional level, different emotions were driving me. But for the last, I'd say decade or so, it has definitely always boiled down to love. So today's action step is to do this. Ask yourself, why do I want to supersize my business? And just write down a series. Do it 5 times. Why? Write down the first thing that pops into your mind. Well, why do I want that? The next thing that pops into your mind. Well, why do I want that? The next thing. Do that for at least 5 whys and see what emotion you get down to. And please, if you're brave, share in the comments below what your driving emotion is. It doesn't matter. Because there's only going to be a few emotions that drive us, and we're going to all find out that you think that you're the only one, and you'll be surprised to find out that there's usually like only a handful of emotions that are the real root drivers of all of our behavior, especially when it comes to supersizing our businesses. So share in the comments below what your driver is. I'm going to share mine. You already know, because I told you it's love. But do this. It's a super powerful exercise. Even if you've done it before, it reinforces your why. So when you hit those little speed bumps in supersizing your business, because guess what? Nobody supersizes their business without having challenges. Hello? In case nobody told you that, yeah, you're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to stumble. You're going to have challenges. You're going to want to quit. You're going to hate certain things you have to do, but your why will get you through. That's it. Have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow with day 6 of Supersize Business Challenge. Pajama Grandma out.